Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Josh. I wanted to start this channel because, well, I want to start documenting everything that I do from here on out. In the past year, I've felt like I've accomplished a lot that I wish I would have documented, and that way I've got something to look back on. But from here on out, I'm going to start documenting, and that's what this channel is going to be. Let me tell you about my story about the past year of why I lost weight and how I turned a bad addiction into a good addiction with running. The reason why I started running originally was to lose weight. I was 250 pounds. I had a lot of health issues, undiagnosed. I most likely had sleep apnea, but I was too afraid to actually go get the sleep study done because I was afraid I'd have to wear that mask that made me look like a fighter jet. And I didn't want to put something like that on every single night and have to take it with me if I traveled anywhere. The next thing, I always had bad acid reflux. I would wake up in the middle of the night and it would almost make me vomit. I'd also have really bad heartburn on the nights that I didn't have the acid reflux. And I had a giant size, Costco size, bottle of Tums at my bedside. So I would take at least 2 of those every single night. Anything would trigger it. Water even would trigger the heartburn. Pizza, tacos, you name it. If it was a little spicy, it was going to give me heartburn. Back to the sleep. Had terrible sleep. I would actually get 8 to 9 hours of sleep, but I never felt rested when I woke up. I felt like I never went to bed. So I'd wake up the next day tired, groggy, in a terrible brain fog. It did not feel right. I felt like there was something wrong. I would come home after an 8-hour day of work and I would have to take a nap. At 35, 36 years old, that can't be normal. I felt like I was like an 80-year-old man who just needed to take a nap every day, and I still went to bed at my normal bedtime around 10 o'clock. And it's not like I even got up that early. It was 6 o'clock, just to get ready to go to work. I decided to change everything, and I was going to lose weight. I started by counting calories. I use an app called Lose It. Not sponsored. It's really easy. You can scan the barcodes on the back of any products or anything you're trying to use or eat, and it logs it for you. You just have to be honest and what your portion is of what you're actually eating. That way it's a little more accurate, and then you can see the progress. I didn't take any special drugs. I didn't do anything. I just ate in a calorie deficit. Starting out, I worked out 3 times a week. That was it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I didn't do anything else. I started off by walking because I was too heavy to really even run. And I was so out of shape, I couldn't even run. So I just did 20-minute walks. And then in the evening, I would maybe lift a little bit of weights, just arms, stuff like that. Nothing crazy. I was tired of having moobs. All right. That was embarrassing. It definitely looked like I needed for a guy to be a bro. I was tired of looking the way I did. So I stuck with this now for over a year, and the results have shown. I lost 75 pounds in that entire year. Marathon training, I think, helped with the last 10 pounds and getting leaner just because of how much running I was doing. And in the meantime, when I started losing that weight, I was a drinker. I did drink any day. I did not have to work the next day. So the weekends, if we had a long weekend, if there was a 3-day weekend in there, I was drinking all 3 nights. That's not healthy. I wasn't drinking a bunch per se, but it was 5 to 6 pints of beer every single time I didn't have to work. So at the beginning of the year, that was the last time I drank. New Year's Eve, my birthday, I drank, and I felt like absolute dog shit the next morning. Probably for the next couple of days, actually. So after that, I decided it is not worth it. I'm getting too old for this. I do not feel good when I wake up. I do not like this feeling anymore. So I just stopped. And I felt so much better. So I feel like I turned that horrible addiction into a very healthy addiction, positive addiction of running. Because ever since then, I have been obsessed with running. I went from running 3 days a week to 6 days a week, sometimes 7. But I just listened to my body and I would take a day off. If I can do it, you can do it. I've got 3 kids. I've got a wife. We've also got a small business. It's a bakery. That's hard to not eat all the sweets all the time, but eventually you just got to stop eating it. I changed a lot of my habits. I started eating more protein. The carbs are right there in the middle where I need them to be, so that way I stayed fueled. And then my fats. I always watch the fats, and I try to not eat too many fatty foods. I try to keep it 100 grams or less. That can be hard because I still eat pizza, I still eat tacos. I just don't eat the whole pizza, and I don't eat all the tacos. That's the difference. Portion control. You can still eat all the food you want. You still got to feel full. Otherwise, you're going to be hungry later on. Believe me. If you guys like this content and you want to see more running content, stick around. I plan on doing more because I want to document this from here on out. It was a really fun journey the last year, and I want to see what happens here in 2025. Thanks for tuning in. If you stayed this long, give it a like, subscribe, follow me. I'm on Instagram. I'll put my handle down here, and see you later.